Hello and welcome back to our tutorial on creating a scroll and text using curves in Blender. In the last video we created a scroll using a curve and some modifiers. In this video we're going to start on the text, and this will be basically a tutorial on using the text tools in Blender for this project. Let's start by renaming some of our objects since we now have more than one. Let's take circle, which is our profile object, so let's just call that scroll profile. Scroll profile. And this is our scroll, so we can just call that scroll. You can double click on the name in the outliner, or you can hit F2. Either one will give you the option to name an object. So there we have that. So to start using the text tools and actually put something on our scroll, let's go back to our main window and click Shift A for Add and go down to Text. Now we have a text object here. Let's rotate it on the X 90 degrees and hit Tab to enter Edit mode. And in Edit mode you can use your keyboard to type whatever you need. So this is our text. Hitting enter will return to the next line. I actually did not want to do that, so I hit backspace, it goes right back like a text editor. Hitting tab will bring you out. And from here, this font doesn't really fit our scroll very well. It's very plain. It's the default font. So first let's scale it down a bit. And then we're going to go online and get a font that we actually like. There are plenty of sites out there to get free fonts. 1001fonts.com is an excellent choice. 1001fonts.com, and we'll be using black chancery because I thought it looked pretty cool, fitting for a scroll. So what you would do is you just download that, save it to a location you can find easily. By default in Windows it's going to be your download folder. Back in Blender with our text object selected, we can hit the A down here for the text properties, and we'll go to font down here. Under regular, hit this folder icon and we'll select the font that we want. In this case it's our black chancery font. Open font, and it will have changed right here. In order to get this text following our scroll, we're going to add a modifier. In the modifier tab, we'll click Add Modifier and find Curve. Nothing's happened yet, but since our scroll is still a curve object, we can hit our dropper here and select it. And you'll see that the text is now conforming to the scroll. Obviously it's not where we want it, so just move it along the X axis. And you can move it on whatever axis you need, but X is the one that is following for the path of it. So scaling down the object, and this is kind of finicky, and what we can do is duplicate that by hitting Shift D and hit X to move that along here. Now if we hit tab, you'll notice it's way far away from where we started it. It's because we're moving it along its x-axis, but with the modifier in place it's showing up on the curve. So when you hit tab to go into edit mode, you see it in its actual location. You can type whatever you want here. I'm just not being creative. This is line number 2. And hitting tab brings you back out, and there it is. Now that we have our text in place, we can move on to creating materials. In the next video, we'll be creating a completely procedural material for our scroll, and we'll then bake our text down to the material on the scroll so that we can actually get rid of our text objects and have a single object. But we'll cover that in the next video. If you've found this video helpful, please click like, subscribe, turn on notifications so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you in the next one.